Okay, so in continuation with what we've been doing, right? Our geometry of 2D shapes, we're going to continue with this triangle now, ABCD here, right? First things first, like I've said, identify the type of triangle this is. This is an isosceles triangle. How do you know it's an isosceles triangle? This line is equal to that line. And because we know it's an isosceles triangle, that means what? These two angles are the same. Now they want us to find angle A, which is x there. What do we do? First things first, we're going to start by saying we don't have enough information to find everything here. So first things first, we find this angle that is inside, right? There's actually two ways of doing this, and I want to show you both ways, right? Gonna first find that angle inside. So we're gonna say that angle ACB, right? Angle ACB, which is this interior angle, and then angle ACD is gonna be the exterior one. So you're gonna say angle AC, show the angle there, D is equal to 180 minus 68 degrees. Why is that? That is angles on a straight line. Angles on straight line, right? This is part of your geometry of straight lines, right? ACD is equal to 180 minus 68 degrees, meaning that angles that are on a straight line must add up to 180 degrees. So if this is 68 degrees, this other part is what's left, right? So this other part is going to be 112 degrees, right? Then we know that angle A plus angle C plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees because it's angles in a triangle, right? So we're gonna write here angle A plus angle C plus angle D equals to 180, right? But what is angle B? We said that angle B is equal to angle A because this is an isosceles triangle, right? So here we can say angle A is equal to angle B is equal to x because isosceles triangle, right? Remember to write the full thing. Don't write like me. Isosceles triangle. Why is it an isosceles triangle? We said that these two lines are equal. The only triangle out of the three with two lines that are equal is an isosceles triangle, right? So then now we continue. We substitute inside. We know that angle C here is 112 degrees. So we're going to say angle A is x plus angle B is x plus angle C is 112 degrees, right? Equals to 180. Sum of angles in triangle, right? Sum of angles in triangle. Then we simplify this. You add these two, the 112, you take it to the other side, right? The 112, you take it to the other side, then it would become minus 112. Positive becomes a negative when you take it the other side of the equal sign, and a negative becomes a positive when you take it to the other side. Then we're going to have 2x is equals to 180 minus 112, that will give you 68 degrees. Then we know that we divide by 2, and we're going to get there x is equal to 34 degrees. Simple, right? But if you can notice here that 68 degrees here is the same as this 68 degrees here. Why did we go the long way around? The reason for that is because there is another way to do this. Let me erase this and show you. There's two ways to do this, but then you should understand why it's so, right? I'm also going to erase this part. If this angle and that angle is equal to 68 degrees when we did the long way around by finding the straight line there, then that means that in a triangle, this angle and that angle is equal to the exterior angle of the triangle, right? So what we're going to do now is say that angle A plus angle B is equal to this exterior angle. So we're going to call it angle ACD. ACD. Right? And the reason there, remember you must always put your reason, exterior angle of triangle. Right? Then you're going to say that angle A plus angle B is equal to 68 degrees. You with me? Because ACD is 68 degrees. Then now we know that we come back and say that angle A is X and angle B is also X. Our reasoning then is angles angles in a isosceles triangle. So we're going to say angle A is equal to angle B is equal to X. Isosceles triangle. Then we know now that angle A, we come back to this, right, and say that since they're both equal to X, we're going to say X plus X equals to 68 degrees. Then you're going to say, simplify this, you're going to have 2x is equal to 68 degrees. Divide by 2, divide by 2, you have x equals to 34 degrees. Two ways to get to the same answer, right? This is mathematics. Many roads lead to the same location, right? Do what you understand. Get to the exam and do what you practiced while practicing for maths. Don't get to the exam and try something fancy, right? Do what you've practiced. Another one, right? Another one. Remember our thing. So this triangle, already we can see it is not defined in any way. We don't have a line saying that that line and that line and that line is equal, or to say that these two lines are equal or anything like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this the simple way, right? Remember what we said? We said angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So what we're going to do is say angle G plus angle H plus angle I equals to 180 degrees, right? And then say your reason there, angles in triangle, right? I want to stop here for 2 seconds, pause the video, try to attempt it by yourself here, right? If you've done algebraic expressions and equations before, then you should be able to do this, right? If you haven't, attempt it by yourself before you continue watching, right? Okay, I'm assuming that you've attempted it, and then now we're continuing. Then we know that in place of angle G we put X. In the place of angle H we put 2x plus 40. In the place of angle I we put x plus 20. So it's gonna be x plus 2x plus 40 degrees plus x plus 20 equals to 180, right? Then we're gonna have, what I want you to do at this point is group your group how can I put this, group your numbers together, right? So all the x's, put them together in one place, right? And then all your numbers, put them in one place. So that would look like x plus 2x plus this x here plus x, right? Then you come back and you group your numbers, plus 40 plus 20 equals to 180. You see that, right? So now you simplify this part separate and you simplify this part separate. So you say x plus 2x plus x. Remember, it's an invisible one there and an invisible one there. So we're going to have 4x there. And then plus 40 plus 20 is 60 equals to 180. Now, remember, you can't solve an equation with this like that, right? you have to have x by himself and you have to have the other numbers by themselves. So what you're going to do here is say 60 to the other side, then you have why is it doing this? You're going to have minus 60 degrees there, because 60 was positive, you're taking it to the other side, it becomes negative there. So you're going to have 4x is equal to 180 minus 60 is 120, right? We want x by himself. How do we do that? Divide by 4 on each side, right? Then x equals to 30. That's your answer, right? So they want angle H here. If you look at it here, they want angle H. What we do now is we substitute in the place of, right? Look at angle H. Angle H is equal to 2x plus 40, right? 2x plus 40. That's a 0 there. Plus 40. So what you're going to do is in the place of x, you're going to put 30. So it's 2 multiplied by 30. Remember, the brackets means multiplication, right? Plus 40 there. So it's 2 times 30 is 60. Plus 40 is 100. Angle H is equal to 100 degrees. There, right? Please do not stop once you get to this point. Always refer to your question and see what they're asking. They asked you to calculate x and they asked you to calculate h, right? When you calculate x here, if this answer is out of 4 marks, right, you only get maybe 3 marks. You didn't do this last part here, right? So always remember, right, you're leaving 3 marks on the table. Let's attempt this. Okay, right, let's attempt n now. In question 8, they want us to find angle n there. Same way as before, right? You write down your accounting equation. Not accounting, sorry, I'm mixing these up. You're writing your equation there for for a triangle, the sum of angles within a triangle. Once you do that, then you move on to your next step, whereby you substitute the values there, right? Once you're done with that, you simplify it, group together, and then you then calculate and finish up, right? Here they wanted angle n, so then angle n, afterwards substitute, sorry, wrong thing there. You then substitute to find the correct substitute x. Once you find x into the angle to find the actual angle, right? Pause the video, attempt this by yourself, and then come back, right? So now we continue. We're going to start by saying our equation, m, let me just remove this so that I can have a bit more space here. We're going to say here m angle m plus angle n plus angle p is equal to 180 degrees. The reason for that, sum of angles in triangle, right? The full thing, right? Substitute in the place of angle m, you substitute in the place of angle n, substitute in angle p, you also substitute. So you're gonna have there 2x minus 50 degrees plus, right? Because remember, sum of angles in triangle, we are adding. So after this, you added with that, which you added with that, right? Hence the plus in between. Plus 2x minus 30 degrees plus x plus 10 degrees is equal to 180, right? Then we go back, group them, 2x and 2x and x, right? And x there, right? Then you group negative 50, right? Always remember that you take that into consideration. Negative 50, negative 30 there, and positive 10. So how will that look? That will look like 2x plus 2x plus x, right? Then we come now, negative 50 plus, oh sorry, not plus, negative 30 there. Oh, I erased the wrong thing. Negative 30 there, minus 30 plus 10 equals to 180, right? First we solve the x's and then we solve the other part, right? 2x plus 2x plus x, that will give us 5x, right? Now, negative 50 minus 30 is going to give us negative 80, plus 10 is going to give us negative 70. Negative 70 like that, equals to 180. Always remember, you take the variable to the other side and then you leave x by itself, right? Therefore we're going to have negative 70, it's negative this side, take it to the other side, it changes and then becomes positive 70. So there you're going to have 5x is equal to 180 plus 70 will give us 250, and x is equal to 50. There. Are we done? No. Right? Now we say angle N is equal to 2x minus 30. We know that x is equal to 50, so we're going to say 2 multiplied by 50 minus 30. Right? I'm going to continue it right here. 2 times 50 minus 30. Remember, if you have something in brackets, you have to multiply it inside the brackets. So you're going to have 100 there minus 30, and that your answer is going to be 70. Angle N is 70 degrees. Right? Perfect. I'm going to attempt last two. Right? I don't want this video to be too long. I'm going to attempt these last two because they're a bit confusing. Right? So we're going to start here. Here, for something that looks like this, don't be scared of it. It doesn't bite. Trust me. What you want to do is understand which triangle you're working in, right? So if you want to solve for x, understand which triangle you're working in. You're working in triangle MNP, there, right? So what we're going to do is, we know that triangle MNP is an isosceles triangle. How do we know that? Here, they tell us here. If they show you that, they are telling you that these two lines are equal, and we know that the only triangle with two lines that are equal is an isosceles triangle. Once they tell us that, then we know that angle P and angle M are equal. So angle M is 56 degrees. Remember, we're just saying this. We still have to show it. Angle PM is 56 degrees. So now we know that sum of angles add up to 180. So you're going to say that 180 minus 56 will give us x, right? Pause the video here. Try to do all that I've said here. Write it down, show your reasoning, and then do everything and find x, right? And then come back to the video. We're going to do this now, right? So here we're going to say now I'm even shocked. Yeah, there's too much information here for me. I need to take it slowly, right? Now, first thing I want to do is say that this angle is 56 degrees, right? So that I have two angles that are the same, and then I can continue. How do I do that? I am going to say that angle M is equal to angle P, which is equal to 56 degrees. And the reason for that is isosceles. The reason for that is isosceles triangle. And which two lines are equal? MN and NP. NM is equal to NP. And they've given that to us, right? Then I come back and say that these angles, all of them added together, they add up to 180. So I'm going to say angle M plus angle P plus angle N equals to 180, right? To even make it simpler, you could have just said in triangle MNP, MNP, so that they don't get confused when you now say angle N and they think that you might be talking about that outside angle, but you're actually talking about that inside angle, right? Now you substitute. Angle M we said is 56 degrees. We proved it over here. So 56 degrees there, plus angle P, which is another 56 degrees, plus angle N, which is just X, equals to 180. Right? Reason for that, angles in a triangle. Right? Can you add 56, 56 and X? You can't. What you can do is add 56 and 56, move it to the other side, subtract it by 180, and then find X, right? So it's going to look like this. X equals to 56 plus 56 is going to give you 112, right? Move positive 112 this side, it will become negative 112. Sorry, I don't know why I did such a huge line. It's going to become 100 negative and 12, negative 112, right? So then you're going to have here X is equals to 180 minus 112. That will give me X is equal to 68 degrees, right? Now remember what I said, where was it? Here, right? If these two angles here, these two angles, you add them together, it should give you the external one. And I showed you how we get to that. If you don't remember, go back into the video and then look at that, right? So we're going to do the same thing here. Angle Y, if you look at it, angle Y here is the same as that. Why is that? They tell us here. And because it's the same, we can simply say that this D is also angle Y. And then we can just add these two to get to angle X. So what are we going to say here? We're going to say that angle, we're going to say that in triangle, no, but that's, yeah, what I'm teaching you here is for grade 10 and 12, right? You can just simply say that angle M plus, what is this angle called? Angle D. Angle M plus angle D is equal to angle MNP, this exterior angle. Angle MNP, right? The reason for that, exterior angle of triangle, right? And then you say angle M plus angle D, right? We first have to show that angle M and angle D are the same. So what are you going to say? You're going to say angle M, sorry, you're going to say angle M is equal to angle D is equal, why is it not, is equal to Y. The reason for that is because isosceles triangle. Why is it an isosceles triangle? Because line MN is equal to line DN, right? So MN is equal to DN, and they've already given that to us. They've shown us, right? So therefore we can say that we can then come back to this equation here, right, and substitute. We know that angle M equals to I. We know that angle D is also equals to I. We know that angle MNP here, which is this X, is equal to, we've solved it here, 68 degrees. 68 degrees, right? This one you can simply sort. Y plus Y, invisible 1, 2Y, right, is equals to 68 degrees. How much is Y? Y equals to 34 degrees. Are we not happy with that? We've answered our question. We got our 4 marks. We solved for X. We've solved for Y. And we're done. Right? The last one here, bit tricky. This you do it the same way as we did this first one here. Same way. Right? You can attempt that by yourself. I can just look at it quickly and give you the answer here. first you solve the inside. Please don't do this in the exam. I'm just giving you a quick answer because I want to move on to this one and show you that, right? Just a quick answer. We say that these three added together, so 130 plus 30 plus a equals to 180. Reason is angles in triangle, right? So then we know that a is equal to 1a. Let me zoom in so that it's better. A is equals to 180. I took the 30 that side, I took the 130 that side, so it's minus 30 minus 180. A is equal to no, not minus 180, minus 130, right? So then A is equals to 20 degrees, right? And then we know that if A is 20 degrees there, we know that B is equals to 30 plus 20, and the reason there is exterior angle of triangle, right? And then B is equals to 50 degrees, right? If you're not happy with that, you can just say angles on a straight line, so it's gonna be 180 minus 130, and then that equals to 50 degrees. B is equals to 50 degrees there, and then your reasoning can be angles on straight line, right? You can attempt that by yourself, see if you get to the same answer. I just did this quickly and roughly so I can give you the answer and then move to this last one, right? Now they want us to find angle M and angle N in this question, right? Remember your properties for triangles, right? The one triangle, right? You can say it with me. The one triangle has no sides equal at all. The other triangle has all the sides equal and all the angles equal. And the last triangle has two sides that are equal and two angles that are equal. Tell me, which triangle is this one? This is that triangle that has all the sides equal, meaning that all the angles are also equal, right? So you can say that angle M equals to 60 degrees, right? Now, the way I got to this, I just wrote it quickly, but I can show you this now, right? Let me just show you how I got to that. You have a triangle. All angles are equal. Well, they told us all sides are equal. Then we would say that in this triangle, no, let me not do that. In this triangle, angle A, you can just name your angles. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C are equal. Let me not say plus. These angles are equal to each other, right? And then you say your reasoning is equilateral triangle. Please write the full thing, equilateral triangle, and then all the sides are equal. It's given that all the sides are equal. Write all the sides are equal. Don't say it's given that it's an equilateral triangle. Now, what you can do is you can substitute x in each of these. So you can say x, since they're all equal to x. X plus x plus x equals to 180, right? And then you can say sum of angles in triangle. Then you can then say 3x equals to 180. Then you can say x, here you divide by 3, that side, x equals to 60 degrees. 60, 120, 180, right? X equals to 60 degrees. So therefore we know for a fact, and it's never going to change, that every angle equals to 60 degrees inside an equilateral triangle. Each angle equals to 60 degrees. Hence, I'm able to say M equals to 60 degrees and say that my reasoning for saying that is because it's an equilateral triangle. And the reason I say it's an equilateral triangle is because all sides are equal, right? And they've given me that. They've told me that all sides are equal, right? And then now M and N are on a straight line. So automatically I know that angle M plus angle N equals to 180 degrees. Angles on straight line, right? Let me zoom in to make this clearer. Right, this is an 80 there, right? And then we can substitute now and say that angle N we have nothing, but angle M we have 60. Sorry, we have 60 degrees for angle M plus N equals to 180. I'm going to take my 60 degrees to that side. It's going to become minus 60 there. And then I'm going to say now that N equals to 180 minus 60 is 120 degrees. And that's your answer, right? Now, same way as we did this one, that these two angles are equal to this one here, you can still do that. Remember we said all angles are equal to 60 degrees within an equilateral triangle. So that is 60 and that is 60. 60 plus 60 will give you 120. 120 is still the same, right? I did this because straight line is simpler. Rather than me saying that this angle is 60 degrees, that angle is 60 degrees, this angle plus that angle is equals to this one, because angles, all that, right? It's a long process. But yeah, that is it, guys. That is how you do it. If you have any confusion with any of this, comment and ask me your problem. I'll try to create a video and look into that. But at the end of the day, this is what your exam is going to be about. So if you can do these happily, then you'll be set for your exam. What I suggest is, if you have any problem with any of these, rewind the video, look again, how did I get to that, try to understand it and attempt it by yourself. Once you're happy with that, go to your textbook, attempt the questions in your textbook, and then check with the answer at the back of the textbook. But as for now, this is all good, and then we'll look into